Welcome to the Flying Can Ranch in Athens, Texas. I have something very unusual to show you, and I really need to move this can over here. Better yet, I'm just going to show you this can right up front before I forget about it. First thing I'm going to tell you, if you get one of these, as with all air guns, clean the barrel. This barrel was very, very nasty. I mean, very, very nasty. Took me quite a few swabs to get it cleaned up. So it comes with a little pouch with some O-rings and a steel rod and all kinds of things. And then you'll get another pouch. And this is what the caulking lever was in, and I'm going to explain that to you in a minute. So I forgot to mention that on the first video. So let's put all this back in the can, and let's get down to the meat and potatoes of what we're going to talk about. Put my glasses on so I can read you some specs and go over some details. I'm talking about the Pinty 22 caliber PCP air rifle. And we come down here and it looks like that. Yes, that is a silencer and it works quite well. We're going to flip it around carefully. One of these days I'm going to drop one of these right in front of you. We'll look this way. We're going to come back around, and get up here. So, let's get down to some meat and potatoes. The Pinty, P-I-N-T-Y, I keep wanting to call it a Pinty for some reason, but Pinty, 22 caliber PCP air rifle. Now, they say this thing does about 850 feet per second. I watched a video of a guy running one under a chronograph, and he was getting up to 9s and stuff. I don't have a chronograph, and I intend to invest on one. Yeah, I know you've heard that for years. The overall length is 34.5 pounds. The barrel length is going to be 16.1 inches. And I'm sorry, the barrel length, by the way. The overall length is 34.5 inches. The barrel length is 16.1 inches, and the overall weight is 5.2 pounds. Now, on the website, they say that the gun itself is made out of a 6061 and a 6063 aluminum alloy, and then an AISI 1045 steel. So I assume the steel is the barrel and some of the working parts, and the rest of this is aluminum, including the caulking handle, which we will talk about. All right. It has a 350 cc air tank that you can take up to 3,600 psi, and they say you get 120 shots for a fill. Now, I know somewhere there's a stamping on it, although I haven't seen it, that tells you can go up to 4,500, but I'll keep it there. Two-stage trigger, we'll talk about that, and a manual safety. So, keep me gracias off. Let's go over this one side first. So, to your left, I believe that is a regulator gauge, and here is a fill port with a little cap on it. So you can just clip your compressor right to it. When I first got this one, the tank was a hair loose, didn't take much to tighten it. We'll come down here, and you'll see your little, I believe in this position, you're in safe. This position, you're in fire. And you'll see this as we come down. The grip, it's got good finger thing. It's a little rough, not crazy. I haven't slipped with it. And then you have a forearm with some grooving right here. Now you have a dial here. I'm not sure. It doesn't tell you anything in the manual about it. Surprise. That you can turn that, and I don't know if that adjusts your power. That's your regulator adjustment. Lots and lots of rail here. Lots and lots of rail at the bottom for bipod. You could probably put a light up here. And it does have a silencer. This silencer the threading is unique to this gun. So if you go get a buck rail or a Donnie FL, boop, won't fit. That's a fact. I don't know what the actual threading is, but that is not it. we'll flip it around. And again, here's your tank. Here's your fill gauge. I've been running it up to about 35. There's your cocking lever, and that plastic is on there for a reason. And then down here's your trigger. Now, I want to tell you something I'm not very happy about. They say this is a 3-pound trigger, but I'm guessing more like a 6 or 7 pound. And it's not adjustable. I can find out unless you just tear the whole gun down and start, sanding it out. So that is what it is. The other thing is this little piece right here is kind of sharp. And when you're here, it wants to kind of dig into your hand. I've heard several people complain about that. And I had a little, I mean, it's not a kill shot, but they really need to redesign that and round it off or do something with it where it blends a little bit more in with the grip. So again, there's your cocking lever, there's your adjustment dial, and we come down here. Now, an unusual thing about this gun is when you cock it, make sure that's on there, you're going to pop this up and you're going to push it forward till it locks, and you'll see a little, get out of the sun, where you put the pellet in right into that. So best to aim it downward. You get your little pellet, and we'll get the sun out of the way, and you just kind of feed it in there like so. Bring your bolt back, lock it. I'll step out here for just a minute. This thing is really quiet outside. And we'll put it right about there. And there it went. The trigger has a lot of creep to it, but I've learned to manage it. Now, odd thing about this gun is nowhere do I see Pinty stamped onto the gun. Now, the only thing I can see stamped on it, it does have a serial number on there, but underneath on the tank is this little printing right there. Other than that, not much else to say. That has something to do with the air valve system, which I hear is very good, but I'm not that knowledgeable on that. I'm not going to lie to you. So that's the gun. I wanted to show you all those O-rings and stuff before I did the video because I forgot to show them to you on the first video and I deleted it. And later on I intend to put some thread locker on this as it unscrews very easily. And so you can see I'm tightening it already. So I've been trying to be very careful. Now some people complain that when you cock this back, like so, you've got this piece, this lip right here. Whoops, and I slammed it back too quick. Since it's not loaded, it probably greased a little bit. But some people say that you got to play with it sometimes to get it on. I haven't had a big problem with it. It's worked fairly well. Now, the next question someone is probably going to hit me up is, oh, dude, why did you put that little Winchester scope on there? Well, I'm going to tell you why I put the Winchester scope on it, because I wanted to experiment and see how this thing performed. And despite the trigger and the thing digging in the hand, I think it works pretty good. But I'm going to let you make your decisions on that. So, but I have put this down to like 50 yards or whatever. It shot at my closest box. I raised it up to 100. I didn't have to change the scope any, and I still hit some stuff further out. So, without further ado, that's about all I can tell you about this gun. So, we're going to get this one posted. Then we're going to put together a shooting review on the closer box. Then we'll try to maybe get one done on the longer box, and then Daddy is going to hit the road because it's going to be good riding with her. Sorry, honey, you can't come with me. But at any rate, that's the way we do it at the Flying Can Ranch. I'll be right back with you.